Welcome
Welcome
to
to
Shade in
Shade
the
in the
City.
City.
I'm your girl Treats,
It's Nellz.
and today we're jumping into our review of the 90 Day of the Fiancé, Season 10, Episode 11, For Richer or Poorer. So, if you haven't already, Shade Squad, and all of our new viewers, welcome. Make sure you hit that like button.
And that subscribe button.
And y'all, let's jump right into it, and let's get shady. Happy holidays. Clayton and Annalie, y'all. Don't know why I got them, but I got them. So Clayton and Annalie are on their way to visit Cameron, which is Clayton's best friend of over like 10 something years, online. And Annalie is more excited to get out of that apartment. Okay. Now Clayton is actually getting excited about meeting Cameron, and Cameron seems to be excited as well, waiting for their arrival at the airport. Now Clayton even does an airport run to Cameron. Okay, into his, and they like do a spin and everything. Annalie is a little jealous because she didn't get the same reaction.
Well, I think she did ask. She said, "Are you more excited to see him or to see me when you saw me for the first time?" And he was like, "Oh, it's the same."
Well, she didn't give the best reaction either, so I can't say nothing about that. It's not like she went spinning like
Well, one of them got to be excited, Trace.
I'm just saying. So Clayton and Annalie get to their Airbnb, but plan on meeting up with Cameron later that evening. It's nice, and Annalie loves their accommodations. She likes having their own space and being alone together. Now Cameron they go out, go have some drinks. He brings his girlfriend V. Okay. Clayton is worried about this because he's socially awkward and he did not lie. All right. Cameron asks about their wedding plans, and Clayton mentions that he doesn't have anyone on his side. And so he asked Cameron to be his best man, as we know Annalie asked him to do, which was cute. Cameron happily accepts. And then Clayton decides that he wants to order a virgin drink because he's living as a virgin.
And you gonna continue to, homie.
And this makes everyone at the table uncomfortable. And he asks, what is she going? And so Cameron's like, oh, dog, I know that look, like you're gonna be in trouble. And he's like, what is she gonna do? Not have sex with me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Might cut you.
Mister, I went all out on this room so I could possibly get none. Now you wasted your money.
So then Annalie, pulls out trying to defend herself. I felt so bad for her. She pulls out she was even tearing up a little bit. And so she pulls out her translator, or maybe those were like Robin tears. I don't know. So she goes and pulls out her translator, and she's like, oh, da 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 da. And she's like, hey, I live with his mama. And she still wasn't being that shady with it. Cause she could have been like, yo, I live with his mama and his guinea pigs, and his mama lives in the closet and it's right next to the room. And so, no, I'm not gonna come so his mom can listen to us through the wall. No, I'm not doing it.
Could you imagine what that house smelled like? The guinea pigs in the cage,
the
dogs,
and the trash, the hoarding. No. So, Clayton says that's a lie and brings up that, he took her on a trip to Indiana and his mom wasn't there. And I was like, it's not sexy to see you be I don't want to say a bum because you're taking care of your mom, right? But it's not sexy to not see a man want to grind to do better or try harder. Or if you're gonna let your mom live with you, then you need to work to get to a place where you have the accommodations that your wife can be comfortable and your mom can live there. Am I wrong?
Or just put her out. It's been what, 5 years? 5 years. She should have saved up something.
Yo, what's sis doing?
Besides talking shit.
Right. I'm not trying to be mean, but like So I don't know. I was kind of like not here because I think that men don't understand that, like, oh, because you do something for some time and it's called
All she needed to say was, I'm not getting wet for you.
right. It's
Whether we were here, there, over there,
the fact that you have no friends.
on a train, on a plane, it ain't
I'm
happening.
sorry, you have one friend who likes you enough to show up at your wedding. The first time you meet him, you're absolutely awkward. You don't like you. It's you and these guinea pigs. That would stress me out too. And Annalie looks like she was popping in Peru. Okay. So I don't know. I don't see it working. But at this point, she's uncomfortable discussing her sex life. It's bothering her. And she tells him she's ready to go. And Cameron's like, oh, he's in trouble. And they supposed to walk down the aisle soon. He's in trouble. And I was like, yes, he is. Yes, he is.
And I think they completely understood why he would
And
be.
then Chanel got her favorite couple again.
Right. But why? Rob and Sophie. That's who she's talking about. Because we know it ain't my favorite. I know you needed to know. Okay. Shut up, Tris. So Rob and Sophie, they woke up arguing. Surprise. Okay. Apparently she wants a duvet. And he said originally he got mad because he didn't know what the hell a duvet was. But had he known, he'd have been like, you don't know what the hell a duvet is either, because we got 3 of them.
Clearly, it's not comfortable enough for her because you couldn't find them.
And you know what he told her? Well, get your ass up and go buy one your damn self.
You got money.
She said, well, it's only $30. I'll spend my $30 on a duvet. He said, do you, boo-boo, okay?
And you're in California and a duvet only costs $30. You must be getting that from Amazon.
Amazon, girl, I was just about to say, you order that from Amazon.
Or they go to Temu.
It's gonna take them forever. She'll probably be back in her country by the time she get that damn thing. Then he told her she was acting real bougie for somebody who got all this family with all this money that helped them. She was like, when you saw my family help me? He said, exactly. He was hoping to get some help too. Why we up here arguing about a duvet? I thought your family helps you out. Okay.
That is so unsexy. That a nigga thought he was gonna live off me.
That's what it was given. He told her, next time, listen, just give me an hour, okay? Let me hear the birds chirping and stuff like that before you start asking me for stuff. First thing I hear when I wake up is I need a duvet.
He want to look at his porn videos first, get himself right, have his coffee. He gotta get himself together.
He want to check his DMs. Anyways, so Rob and Sophie, they went out to a brewery, okay? And they're feeling like, they need to do this more often. She said, maybe we should do this like twice a month or something. He said he could do that. He said, I could do twice a month. What?
Sophie, come to the front. That wig ain't $1,000, baby.
You're an idiot.
That wig ain't $1,000, baby.
You're an idiot. And you in LA where they know how to do hair, girl, please. You'll get your money's worth out there and they can lay that thing, okay?
You need to wash and reset or do something, but baby, okay.
No, baby. So they also agreed that they were going to work on listening. He says that he's going to work on not being so insensitive. And they feel like that it'll alleviate a lot of fights that they've been having. They both know that, 90 days is creeping up quickly. And they feel like that's part of the reason why there's been so much stress and arguments. Now, Sophie and Rob decided to go to a sex shop. Apparently, it's been about 2 weeks since they had sex. And now, they want to keep the momentum going. Okay, so they go to get some toys. So they feel like this will help get rid of the stresses they've been having. Now, while they're there, a woman lets them know that they're both hot and it wants to know if they had tried some new things. Rob left the question open for Sophie to answer. Okay, which to her meant apparently that he was trying to have sex with this girl. Because he wouldn't just say, I'm getting married. Why the hell would I want to do that? Once again, because he don't know where the hell you stand at and what you trying to do. He don't know if you trying to sleep with
Now, in
every
that moment, I felt that way.
what?
Exactly how you feel. He don't know how you flowing. What was he supposed? Any man would be like, "Well, I know my girl kind of likes girls."
Right? I know. I just found out she bi. We don't. We at a crossroads with. I don't really know what she trying to do. If she really
And
trying to
she could have easily said, "No, thank you, sweetie." But she goes off into this
into
tangent
a whole argument in the middle of
in
the
the
store,
middle
made a
of the
whole
store.
big scene, whole big
I ain't
scene.
even see the girl no more. I said
I ain't see her no more either. But look,
right.
she was definitely still waiting for her answer initially. I know y'all sitting here arguing, but what does that mean for me?
What does that mean? Did you still get it in?
Exactly. Now this girl, she
LA
wanted.
is a crazy place.
I ain't even really. I was like, damn, she just in. I don't know if it was the cameras or what, but she was bold. She was bold with it. Okay. Now she wanted this man to apologize for trying to have sex with another girl. He apologized for hurting her feelings. He apologized for leaving the question open, but he was like, I am not apologizing for trying to have sex with another woman. That's not what I was doing. Okay. He feels that she shouldn't let her insecurities, get the best of her. But that is basically what the hell happened in the middle of the goddamn store.
Oh, Lord. So, Devin and Nick, y'all, they're getting ready to get
Once
married. And
again,
she said she felt her mom was nagging her at the dress shop and it was overwhelming. You're spoiled. Anyway, the venue is beautifully decorated.
it was.
Her dad, Kevin, thinks that, her and Nick are both stress free, but her mom disagrees and she lets him know how, she had a whole meltdown at the dress shop. But they revealed her dress to her. She loves it, thankfully. Nick is feeling handsome in his traditional Korean wear. I'm not gonna try to pronounce it because I'm gonna that I think it's hanbok. I'm gonna do it anyway. So anyway, Nick talks about how, at rehearsal, seeing, just going through the whole thing, it tickled his heart, and seeing Devin, it made his heart happy. And Kevin loves hearing that, he feels this way about his daughter. And it makes it easier to accept him into his family. So he admits that he thought something was wrong with this little boy. I think he said those words. I thought something was wrong with that kid. He said, but he does feel like he does love Devin. So it's time for Nick and Devin. They have a beautiful ceremony and they seem to be happy. Her parents even surprised him with a sunset helicopter ride. It was
I
cute.
thought that was pretty cute.
Right, that was very cute. And then they plan on living happily ever after. Congratulations, Devin and Nick. Confetti.
Next up,
I guess that's why 90 Day introduced them later. Because it was like no point. It was like they didn't have much of a storyline. They made
Ashley and Manuel is next.
her dread-headed sister. I love that she got her. She felt
I
the
can't,
spiritual connection. Ashley was
can't
calling her. She
stand
put a spell out and
I
said,
can't deal. I
"No,
can't. I can't deal
do
with
my
you.
do my reading. Do my reading. Read me."
Oh, bye. So, Ashley had her mother and her sister Cece come with her to get her wedding dress. They thought she looked absolutely beautiful in this dress.
I'm glad you had that same face because that was not cute. That dress was not cute. And you know what? I thought you were gonna say to me, well, and they didn't have the things pinned back because I hate that part about when anytime out of all the shows we do, I hate that when the dress does not fit when you come out. And she'll always tell me, oh no, but once they fit it, it'll look better.
Yeah,
And
they
that's why
usually
I
they
can
usually put a
imagine dress
dress on you,
shopping for me is going to be horrific.
but I think
Because if
that
it
was
doesn't look like what I want it to look like,
I
then
think that was
I'm not
her
gonna want
dress
it.
though. I think that was like her dress. I think she had previously went there, purchased it, probably had it altered, and was going there to pick it up.
But why wasn't it closed? Because it was awful and it looked terrible. It was hanging off her and I didn't like it.
I mean, you have to pay for alterations.
It didn't,
They
maybe
don't
it'll look better. Maybe it'll look better on wedding day, but
the dress don't come perfect.
it wasn't hitting in that scene. It wasn't hitting.
Um, I didn't think anything was hidden. The dress wasn't hidden. The sister gave her a crystal crown. I didn't think that was hidden either.
No, I kind of like the crystal crown though. I ain't gonna
No,
lie.
I like that it was crystals because
I
I
don't
know
like how they did it. I don't like how they
that's what
did
I'm
it.
saying.
Like,
It looked like it was like a party hat.
yeah,
Uh,
no.
I like that it was crystals because I know she's into crystals. I get why she wanted crystals, but I felt like it could have
I
been
could see
different.
it being placed in a crown. Like if you're
Like
gonna
a
do all
tiara.
that, but what I'm not gonna do is have like because it was giving real frozen. Like I was trying to be ice queen, or it just wasn't. That
I
wasn't.
felt like it could have been a different design, that could have looked more for a wedding.
No, I get what you're saying now. It looked very costumish.
Hmm.
Like it was giving real close to Statue of Liberty, if you really want to give it. I mean,
Yeah, absolutely. Now she says she doesn't know how Manuel's gonna feel about this crystal crown.
okay, I'm sorry, I had to stop this because I looked at my notes. Um, at what part of that dress did it give mermaid or what else was it?
Child,
Mermaid, goddess, or princess?
it was giving me tablecloth.
Okay.
It wasn't giving none of that. But yeah, so she says she doesn't know how Manuel's gonna feel about this crystal crown. But they need all the help that they can get, and I agree with that. So she says she's definitely gonna wear it. Now her mom is still concerned, and she says the jury is out on if he can deliver all that she expects of him. So, but she said, she feels like she has to have a little faith. It was giving very much Trace. Um, but her mom is still
She
very,
says she's
very
giving what she do?
little faith. Gotta have faith.
Oh, gotta have faith. Yeah, man, gotta have faith.
But her mom is still worried, but she says she wants to have a conversation with Manuel. So Ashley told Manuel that her mom wants to have a conversation with him. He agrees. He knows he's walking into the lion's den because the mama only heard Ashley's side. So when they get there, they both got their phones out, and she basically told Ashley she can leave. Okay, we got these phones to translate for us, boo. Take your ass on, because she said that she always takes up for him and always protects him. Now she let him know all her
I think she
concerns.
was really good with him though.
The only thing that would have rubbed me the wrong way if I was Manuel is you telling me what I have to do or what I can't do. You can make suggestions, but don't tell me don't do this. It was
I
it was
get what
it
I
was the
get.
wording
No,
for
no, no,
me.
no, no. I get what you're saying, but I think that again, because the way she was conveying it when she spoke it, and that's why I think they were worried about the translators getting in between. Because I think when it comes across in the translator, you must like even prime example, when I'm typing something, when I'm typing my notes, and I'm like, oh, such and such, and then Word will change it to you must, or you did it, and it sounds very like a demand or a command, and that's
Yeah,
not.
but if it's translating that way versus you actually saying it is totally different. I think also with the language barrier, you need to try to convey it as nicely as possible for that reason, so that if it does come across slightly disrespectful, it's not even close to what the hell you meant. But for you to actually say what not to do and don't do this, um, first of all, I'm not your child, okay? But I don't think that I don't think she was purposely at all trying to be disrespectful. But I know me, whether I'm American or not, I'm it's gonna rub me the wrong way. I'm gonna feel like but I can also understand what you're saying, and I can see what you're saying versus there being a language barrier. Do you know what I'm saying? So I feel like with the language barrier, I think she should have tried just a little bit harder. But if we're speaking in English and I hear what you can't do or you have to do this, I'm gonna feel like you should have shown some better American words. But anyways, she let him know all of her concerns. She's worried about his motives and the fact that, he takes off running. And she tells him that, she'll be watching him, because integrity is a big deal to her. She said that she does like him, but she don't trust him, but she's going to support her daughter anyway. The thing is also with Manuel, I do kind of like the fact that sometimes, like, I think that if you come across nice, he'll come across nice.
Oh yeah,
Like,
he's nice, nasty.
yeah, like when she was like, when you take off running, don't do that. I think had she said it a little bit different, he would
He
have
would
said
have
he
understood it, but the
responded.
way.
and he would have responded differently. But instead, he was just like, "Well, that's what works for me," or whatever he said. But
Right.
it was like, you can't think of a better way to communicate. Neither can I.
And I love how he was like, and your daughter ain't all put together. So I gotta walk away sometimes.
I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Well,
Because I know I'm that type. Listen, you either want me to walk away, or you want me behind bars. Take your pick. Pick your poison.
that part. Well, we get to Sam and Citra. Sam is driving to his home, and you know, she's a little turned off about like all the houses, the abandoned
She
houses.
said it. She thought she was in Texas
Texas
Chainsaw Massacre.
Chainsaw Massacre, because apparently she loves horror movies. And I'm not gonna lie, if you've been in the country, you've driven through, you've seen all of them, they definitely look like it. So she has concerns about living with his dad and brother at their home. Sam didn't do much cleaning because his room looks terrible. And y'all heard me last review, and I was over here praising Sam, and Sam did not give a damn.
You
Okay.
can see the dust on camera.
Mm.
You can literally see where he swept outside of the TV, and then under that is
And
just
what you know what? Now that I think about it, and I didn't even think about this, he picked her up in that dirty ass car. That's disgusting. I just had that thought.
like she wasn't playing no games though. Next morning, she was like, "We need to hop on this. We need to fix this."
So wow, wow. Anyway, they ran into his dad while they're touring the house, and you know, he's just hopeful Citra can cook. He shows her his brother's room and he plans on sleeping in there.
Brother was a lot cleaner.
Right.
I'd be like, "Can I sleep in there? Y'all both sleep in here?"
Right. But you know, sleeping together before marriage is a sin, and you know, so they can't do that. So we learned that Citra also refuses to use toilet paper. And so he had to install a bidet for her so she could, you know, feel pure. That's part of her culture. I ain't mad at it. I wouldn't mind spraying my behind. So, you know, she gives him a shirt that his dad gifted to him to pray in. And his father is overhearing this and knows, you know, like wants to know more about the conversation. And so Citra tells him that they need to find a mosque, but basically he needs to convert. And her dad needs to be there to witness him convert. And so his dad said that he would actually be like there to, you know, be there to witness it or whatever. And then he decides to share with Citra that his dad believes in aliens. And I was like, why did you have to mess up the mom? Like, I don't think she would have gave a damn if he would have been there and attended and he believed in aliens. He was just being supportive. Why did you need to say it? Socially
More
awkward.
curious. He was given more curious than supportive.
Well, that. But you can't if you experience it.
I think so. I didn't actually think anything bad of it. I thought like he probably knows his daddy. And because when they were talking about the conversion and all this other stuff,
Because that's when his ears perked up. He was like,
that's when the dad was like, so for me, it was giving, okay, if he comes to this mosque, he's gonna be asking all types of questions, just really out of curiosity and trying
right,
to compare his religion or what he believes to,
please, right.
you know what I'm saying? So I think it was more so like, let's not even go down that road.
Okay.
My daddy ain't even here for it.
So we see Citra and Sam, they're fighting their urges to do the nasty. Mainly Sam, but Citra ain't an angel either. And so Citra tells him that basically he needs to clean the car, like Mel said, because he's nasty. And her dad and her sisters are coming and she don't want them to have a bad impression. So he takes her to the car wash. And my notes say in her defense, once they show the inside of the car, it's absolutely disgusting. So, so much so that she wants gloves to clean it. As she's helping him clean, she asks about his diversion paperwork. That's when he decides to tell her that he probably won't be able to get the diversion because he didn't get the paperwork in on time. And she, you know, wants to know what the hell that means for them.
She like,
And
so you lied to me, which means I in turn lied to my daddy.
right. And he explains that he has to go to court and he may even face jail time. And Citra is upset that he put them in this situation. And tells him, you know, my dad's gonna be very upset, right? And he wants reassurance that she won't leave him, even if her dad says otherwise. And she admits that basically if she known, she probably wouldn't have come back. Came back from Indonesia. She wouldn't have done it. Shouldn't have did it.
I don't blame her. Next up,
It is Nell's favorite.
maybe Jasmine and Gino. So Jasmine and Gino, they're out on the beach. She got the cakes out. He's feeling like this was a great investment. Okay.
Cakes, and it just has to be like, I understand it has to be a bigger bathing suit. It has to. I understand it's my hair.
She's from Panama, girl.
I guess so.
She said this is normal. She said normal. This is normal.
I was gonna say they probably go topless in Panama.
She said we go to the store walking around like this. This is normal. This is nothing. Okay. So, she said she might as well get married like this. Might as well be on the beach with a little bathing suit. He's like, shoot, I'm with it. We're gonna save some money. Gonna be cheaper than the wedding dress. Shoot, you done already spent it on your cake. He was all here for it. Now, his only reservation is if they did go through with it, his family wouldn't show up.
Wait till he learned that Dan paid for them cakes. Or helped pay for them cakes. Merry Christmas!
Listen, he just needs to appreciate the fact that Dan paid for him, but he's the one enjoying.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know how that's gonna go over, but listen. So his only reservation is that, yeah, if they did get married on the beach, his family wouldn't be there, for which she really don't give a damn. She's really not sure if she wants them there anyway, after the way they talked to her and treated her. Now, of course, Gino doesn't really feel like it was a big deal. He says, that's my family. Basically accept the shit. Okay. So she said, what if I told you if they come, we ain't get married? She was like, I need to know what type of territory I'm stepping into. Okay. And he doesn't really feel like this is a fair question, but she tells him she's going to give them one more chance. Okay. And if they screw it up, they will not be able to attend the wedding. Ciao. And Jasmine stayed quiet not Jasmine, Gino stayed quiet the whole damn time because he ain't going for it. It ain't going down like that.
It's gonna be interesting. I don't know why they just didn't elope.
Because he wanted the family there. He don't want to elope. I think she would be okay.
They don't like her. Like, I don't get, when your family, I think that's most appropriate when your family doesn't like somebody, just go elope and marry them. And then at the end of the day, they can't say much. They can talk their shit, but at the end of the day, she's your wife at that point. So what can they say?
I think that's where Jasmine is. She's okay with eloping. It's Gino. He wants his family there.
Yeah, that don't make no sense to me. Y'all care too damn much about what y'all family think, especially when your family don't pay your bills.
And really don't care too much about you.
Right. They think you too ugly to even be with a girl like that. That's what your family thinks about.
Right?
Talk about self-esteem. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us for the recap of 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way, Season 10, Episode 11. If you have not already, please make sure that you hit that like button.
Make sure you comment.
You subscribe.
And hit the notification bell.
And make sure you're following us on all the platforms, the TikTok, the Twitter, the Facebook, and the IG. And you guys, if we don't catch you before, if you don't catch the tell-all recap or all the other recaps we'll put out before the holidays, just want to say happy holidays. We love you guys. Thank you for getting us to 600 subscribers. Let's keep glowing and glowing. Share us. Sharing is caring. It's the best Christmas gift you can give us. And yeah, y'all, we will catch you sometime next week for another recap of the 90 Day of Fiancé. Have a good night. Happy holidays.
Good night.